Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're about to dive into a theory that tries to connect the smallest particle in your body to the farthest reaches of the cosmos.
So think about that for a second. What if one single particle could link everything? Your body, the universe, and even ancient wisdom. Well, today we're digging into a pretty dense theoretical paper that proposes exactly that. So yeah, let's get into it.
All right, here's our roadmap. We're going to start with the core concept, this new type of particle. From there, we'll see how it proposes to reshape our idea of the human body. Then we'll connect that to the stars, see how it tries to unify science and spirituality, and finally, look at how we might actually harness this energy.
Okay, so first up, let's define the core concept. Because everything, and I mean everything in this framework, it all starts right here with the Philfo particle.
So what is this thing? The source calls it the Philfo particle. It's the absolute cornerstone of a framework it calls philosophology. And you can kind of see the wordplay there, right? Philosophy, self-ology. The key takeaway here is that this isn't just some abstract concept from physics. No, it's proposed as something that is fundamentally interactive with us, with our biology.
Now, right away, the theory takes a concept you've probably heard in science fiction, the fifth dimension, and flips it on its head. It argues the fifth dimension isn't some other place you can go to. Instead, it's a property of physics, a change in momentum, which is, just a fancy way of saying acceleration. So you might be asking, okay, acceleration, what does that have to do with me? Well, this is where the paper's answer gets really wild. It proposes a whole new model of the human body, applying this theory directly to our biology. At the very heart of this new model is something the source calls the EK singularity. You can think of it like the body's central operating system. According to the paper, this is the foundational force that keeps all the body's different energetic systems in a very specific, constant balance. And the core of that balance comes down to this number, a recurring 1-to-10 ratio. The theory doesn't present this as just a random number, but as a fundamental constant that's supposed to be hardwired into our entire biological structure.
And this 1-to-10 ratio gets applied across the board. 10 glands linked to chakra energy, 10 organs linked to the Sephiroth, 10 senses. You see what's happening here? It's an attempt to build a unified system that maps these ancient spiritual concepts directly onto our physical biology.
It even gets down to the simple act of breathing. The text suggests that when you breathe through your left and right nostrils, you're creating a kind of tidal spin, and that your forehead acts like a natural turbine, generating and directing energy. So we've looked inside the body. Now the theory asks us to zoom way, way out and forge a direct connection from our own biology to the cosmos. It pinpoints a very specific spot in the heavens, the 28th constellation, Abhijit, and presents it as a gateway, a source for a fundamental cosmic matter that eventually makes its way to us here on Earth. And how is the flow of this matter controlled? By something the author calls a Janus particle. And if you know your Roman mythology, Janus was the two-faced god of gates and doorways. So this particle is proposed to be a literal cosmic gatekeeper. So this all leads to a proposed 4-step conversion process. It's like a cosmic supply chain. It starts as cosmic matter from deep space, gets converted by neutrinos, becomes geomatter on Earth, and finally ends up as biomatter inside you and me. And the key catalyst in that whole reaction? Neutrinos. And where do all these neutrinos come from? Well, the theory connects it to the unbelievable speed of our solar system whipping through the galaxy. It argues this immense velocity is what showers the Earth with the constant stream of neutrinos needed to fuel that whole cosmic to biological conversion. But the ambition here doesn't stop with physics and biology. A huge part of this theory's goal is to unify fields of human knowledge that we usually think of as totally separate. To make its case, the paper creates this historical narrative. It suggests there's a long tradition of people trying to synthesize Eastern and Western medicine, from Ibn Sina in the 10th century to Sikh gurus in the 15th. It then positions this new theory as the logical next step in that centuries-long quest for a single, unified system of medicine. And this is where the theory gets really creative, I think. It draws a direct comparison between fundamental particles and specific Indian classical instruments. So, in this view, neutrinos are like the stringed rabab, and axions are the percussive tabla. It's this vision of the universe as one big symphony. The text then connects this whole idea of cosmic music to a real-world composition. It claims this piece of music isn't just a human creation, but that it actually reflects the fundamental vibrations of the cosmos itself, an anthem for the universe.
All right, let's move to our final section. We've talked about the abstract, so now let's see how this theory suggests we can actually interact with and harness these proposed energies.
This model really reimagines the human body. We're not just a biological machine that consumes energy. No, in this view, the body is a 5D biodynamo, an active energy generator. Our arms aren't just arms, they're neutrino emitters. Our forehead isn't just bone, it's that natural turbine.
So what else emits these essential neutrinos? Well, the list is pretty diverse and sometimes surprising. You've got the big cosmic sources like the sun, but then you've got the human body itself, and then banana trees, and milk, and even graphene. It's quite a mix.
And ultimately, it all comes down to this. The theory links simple physical actions directly to accessing these particles. It claims that a gesture as simple as joining your hands can create a measurable high-frequency vibration that acts like a key, unlocking the potential of the Philfo particle. The source we've explored today offers one very provocative answer to that question. It certainly leaves us to ponder the connections between the vast universe out there and the equally vast universe within each of us.